This podcast is brought to you by Wise, the app for international people using money around the globe. With Wise, you can send, spend, and receive up to 40 currencies and save up to 55% compared to major banks. Plus, Wise won't add hidden fees to your transfer. So whether you're buying souvenirs with pesos in Puerto Vallarta or spending euros to tip your Coliseum tour guide, you know you're getting a fair exchange rate with no extra markups. Join the 15 million customers who choose Wise. Download the Wise app today or visit wise.com/US/compare to learn more. T's and C's apply. Today on CityCast Austin, it's the Friday News Roundup. The team is here to discuss our favorite news stories from the week. And y'all, it's been an interesting one. We've got some news about a bingo game at City Hall, some options for the redesigned 6th Street, and the weather. Plus, of course, our weekend plans. It's Friday, September 26th. I'm Nikki Devon, and this is what Austin's talking about. Hello, I am here with the amazing Kelsey Bradshaw, the best newsletter editor in town. What is up, Kelsey?
Hello, happy Friday.
And I am here with our wonderful executive producer, Eva Ruth Moravec. What's up, Eva Ruth?
Hello.
Yep.
Was that Santa?
It sounded like Santa, and I'm here for it. Oh, Lord. Happy Friday, Austin. So there has been a lot in the news this week, but we're going to start off with the thing that everybody is kind of talking about right now. This week, KXAN reported that a former staffer for an Austin City Council member told a reporter that council member staffers play bingo during monthly meetings.
Oh my gosh. Favorite, please. I love it so much. I'm sorry.
And Grace Reeder, friend of the pod, was the person that brought us this juicy story. And first of all, listen, I'm going to say one thing about Grace Reeder. You ain't going to slide nothing past Grace.
No.
I love her tenacity. I love it. I don't know. I got a soft spot for Grace Reeder. I love her. So shout out to Grace.
And she brings the receipts.
She brings the receiptus. She brings the receiptus. She does.
Yep.
So recently, a District 1 resident named Stephen Brown, and we'll get into Mr. Brown here in a second, posted on social media about, quote, the general feeling that city council members were not listening, right, during public comment period. So that's his complaint, is that city council members aren't listening. A former staffer then told Stephen Brown that they were playing constituent bingo. And the staffer says that they saw it being played during the budget process. A bingo card was then leaked to KXAN that showed categories like odd analogy, these are in quotation marks, MAGA hat, and police budget too small. And apparently this game was being played in the bullpen where staffers sit in City Hall. So now we're talking about staffers and we're talking about council members who are two different people. KXAN reached out to every city council member's office and got a response from a couple saying that their staffers were unaware of the game and did not play.
Never seen it before in my life.
Which is the absolute appropriate answer. And the answer that you're going to get. What do you mean? Reddit comments on the story says, quote, nothing here is personal or really even mocking outside of a few items. Let them have their fun, LOL. Another person says, this is one of the most relatable things I've ever seen. Another quote says, anyone clutching their pearls over this has never watched testimony during a council meeting.
Well, yeah, and some of the other bingo tiles, I think, are really funny. One of them just says, quote, look at me. Or it says, we don't need, parentheses, vital service.
Exactly. Yes.
And I just think it's so funny. Like, one of them is hyper-specific problem.
Okay. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. The bingo cards exist. They absolutely
Clearly,
are in the bullpen. Absolutely in the bullpen. And the bingo cards change depending on the meeting. It is not the same bingo card every time.
And you were speaking with the authority of having
I know for a fact
been in that bullpen.
I have been in that bullpen. I was in that bullpen for 3 years.
Where is the bullpen for people who don't know?
So when you walk into City Hall, like, that main entrance into City Hall, and you go through the atrium. There's a door to the left by the water fountains. It's a locked door. You can't get in if you don't work there. But in that door is like the back way to chambers. It's where the bullpen is. And so staffers stay in the bullpen because it's the quickest way to get to your council member if they need something, right? So like if your council member needs, more information, if your council member needs lunch, whatever your council member needs, you want to have people in that bullpen so you can get to them quickly. And then also in the bullpen, there's a huge TV. And so everybody in that bullpen is watching that TV because inevitably your council member will say something like, oh, my staffer will come and talk to you right now and hand you my card. So then you got to get your ass up and run outside and try to catch whoever is talking. And so you can have issue with the bingo card, but at the end of the day, it is proof that people are listening. They are listening.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
Active listening. Yeah.
Everybody is listening. It has nothing to do with your council member. And so him being upset at council members, saying that council members are not listening during public comment, the council members have nothing to do with what the bingo card that the staffers are passing around. And I'm sure some of them were pretty pissed when they saw that, because I feel confident saying that some of them have no idea. They don't know. And then the other thing I'll say is, this is not something that I saw in my time there all the time. It would be on those days where we'd be there for public comment for like 10 hours or 8 hours. And it's just like, this is what we do so that we can stay alert, stay engaged, pay attention. And like, it's not malicious. It didn't ever seem malicious to me.
Right.
And it's not the city council members doing it. So I don't see why everyone's upset.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
There's this idea that, I think, seeing this card, oh my God, they're not listening, like Mr. Brown, they're not listening to us talk. But I agree with the very relatable comment. Like, I've sat through a lot of public meetings, and they are hard to listen to. And if that's your job, to make sure that you're on the ball when they say staffer, you're making sure you're keeping notes, like to have a little, a word game, something on the side that you can actively listen while you're doing. Yeah. It's not a terrible thing. It makes it a little bit more fun. I don't know.
Also, who among us has not done this? Not bingo specifically, but
is there a CityCast bingo that I am not aware of?
Probably.
Yeah, and it's just about you, Eva Ruth.
My executive producer said today.
No, but I was a cashier at an ice skating rink in high school, and we absolutely had certain characters that would come in that we'd be like, oh, there's so-and-so again. It's a sort of work camaraderie. It's just kind of you're at work. You have to deal with stuff. You have to deal with the public. And sometimes it's annoying, and sometimes it's hard, and sometimes it's funny. And I don't care about this. I think it's great.
And also, listen, I will say when I was participating in said bingo, I did.
Oh.
I never.
Breaking news, everyone.
Wow. So you weren't listening to the people?
It never would have dawned on me that anybody would be like, this is terrible. This means you aren't listening, because we're genuinely, that's all we're doing.
Yeah, you're waiting for them to say MAGA hat.
To get the odd analogy bingo tile, you got to be paying attention.
You have to, and here's the other thing too that people don't know about the bullpen is that when you're in there, there's some talking to each other, but if you get too rowdy or you talk too much, you're asked to leave because people are trying to hear what's happening, right? And so one of the bingo cards that I remember that I probably still have in my old work stuff was during the home initiative. And home was such a big deal for people. People felt really strongly. And
rezoning, right? That's what it was all about?
Yeah. The allowances for additional dwelling units on property. So single family homes had so much square feet, but when you could absolutely fit more units on these big ass lots.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And so home was we want to allow people to put more dwelling units if they want to. Right. And so If they would like to have another ADU, this will allow them to do that. But what people kept hearing was, we're going to make you put something else on your yard, right? And home was a hot button issue. So it was like the same people. Because, public comment, you don't have to talk about what's on the whatever. You can talk about whatever you want. So even when home wasn't on the agenda, we had the same people being like, let me talk about home. This is why all of y'all are terrible people and you don't love anybody. It was just like the same people spreading misinformation, stuff like that. So on the bingo card, it was like, Yimby, yes, in my backyard. NIMBY, not in my backyard. And then it was like, you ain't gonna force me to put an extra ADU in my lot. Which is just like...
No one's doing that.
Nobody's doing that. So it's like, this is what I'm saying. Like stuff like that. That's just
love it.
Yeah, this is what we're hearing. And not for nothing. Nobody's going to believe this, but this is true. It helps you know what your constituents are worried about, and it helps you know what they are misinformed about. So if we have a bunch of people that are like, you're forcing us to do this, then we know they don't have the right information, or they know. We, as in when I work there. So I'm just saying, the bingo ain't that bad. And there's a good chance that your council members have no idea what's going on until Grace told everybody.
Oh, Grace.
I do have a question, Nikki.
Yeah.
What happens if you win bingo?
Oh, yeah.
Nothing. It's arbitrary. Nothing. All you get to do is be like, bingo, and then they slide another card in front of you because we still got 8 hours to sit in there and listen to public comment, which is our job and what we are paid to do, right? So like we are still doing our job, but then you win, you can win pretty quick.
Oh my
so
gosh.
you slide it aside and you get another one and you play again.
Oh my
Because they're
God.
different ones and they move them around.
Right.
So like, there's no gambling in the board.
Right.
Nikki's like, I have something to reveal.
Ain't nobody winning shit. Nobody wins anything.
Oh man, that makes me sad. Y'all should, or they should have prizes. Like
They need a sponsor. Someone should sponsor their bingo game.
We want to see more bingo cards here at CityCast Austin.
Yeah.
I want to see the Texas legislature bingo cards because I bet they have some.
Oh, and that one would be crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, but real quick, I have worked with Mr. Brown a lot. He's a repeat, not offender, but he's a person that comes to City Hall a lot. He wants to make his voice known. He wants to talk. He wants to get into it. But he is also a rebel rouser. He is someone that likes to hold council members to a standard. And I think as a constituent, that is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to hold your council members to task. You're supposed to push back. You're supposed to make your voice heard. But that man gets it wrong 75% of the time. And that is just facts.
Yeah.
And I have the recipients. So what I say to this is, I appreciate that he's just like, yeah, look at this. This is messed up. We should talk about this and make your opinion known. And also, don't say that the council members are not listening. It means the staffers in the bullpen are playing bingo.
Actively listening.
That's all that means. It means that the staffers in the bullpen are playing bingo. That's all it means. It does not mean anything about your council members. Your council members are not worried about what's going on in the bullpen. They are talking to their constituents. And when they say, my staffer is going to bring me that's the only time that they know what's happening in the bullpen. And that is the truth.
Yeah.
So.
And I will say on the bottom, at the end of Grace's story, she said they did add that after their interview with Brown on this topic, members of City Hall security said that they were familiar with him. And Brown even commented about that. He said, during the home initiative, after I gave my testimony, the auditorium began chanting "Vote No on Home." Following the chants, he was asked to leave, but he refused. He was civically engaged in exercising his right to protest. But
that is a lie. I was there. He acted a damn fool. This is what I'm saying.
He's one of those. We know these people. They exist in every government entity across the country because this is our right to be able to. And sometimes they sing. Sometimes they have poetry. Sometimes they're very entertaining.
Always engage. Always go to city council. Always do your public comment. That is how they find out. They do listen.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, man. You got 2 minutes or you got 3 minutes. That's it. That's what you got. That's what you signed up for. When you act the fool and chant and don't want to get away from the microphone and try to tackle the security guards. Get your ass off the mic and move it around for the next person. Shout out to the staffers of the City Hall. They were They work very, very hard. They're some of the hardest working people I know. And, maybe send your girl the next copy of the bingo card. I want to play.
Yeah, we want to see it.
Yeah, send us stuff, leak stuff to us.
Yeah.
DMs
we'll
open.
Play with y'all. Yeah.
We're on your side, yeah.
Hey y'all, it's Nikki. There's still time to see the Jaws exhibit at the LBJ Presidential Library, but you need to do it now. In case you've forgotten, before he wrote Jaws, Peter Benchley was President Johnson's speechwriter, and this exhibit is about the journey of Benchley from White House speechwriter to best-selling novelist to devoted conservationist. It explores the shared environmental legacy of the Johnsons and Benchley, the cultural tidal wave sparked by Jaws, and how the story that terrified moviegoers also reshaped our understanding of sharks. Plus, this year is the 50th anniversary of Jaws' release, and it's the perfect way to end your summer. So see it before it leaves on October 19th. Don't miss this fascinating look at the story behind the shark that changed everything. Head on over to lbjlibrary.org for more info.
Learning a new language opens the door to new friends, new cultures, maybe even a whole new life. So why not start that journey today? I'm CityCast CEO David Plotz, and I'm learning Spanish with Babbel. Babbel's conversation-based technique quickly teaches you useful words and phrases about the things you actually talk about in the real world. I've been practicing my Spanish with Babbel's AI conversation partner. I can choose my conversation topic and have a real-time dialogue. It's great at helping me think on my feet, and it's improving my pronunciation. Also, it's really easy to do anytime on my phone using Babbel's excellent mobile app. It's just one of the many fantastic Babbel tools for learning. Plus, Babbel has a real-time feedback, progress trackers, and handy visualizations, all of which make it really easy to stay motivated to learn. I want you to learn another language. So CityCast is teaming up with Babbel to gift you 55% off subscriptions, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/citycast. Get up to 55% off at babbel.com/citycast. Spelled BABBEL.com/citycast. Babbel.com/citycast. Rules and restrictions may apply.
So speaking of public comment, now is the time for you to weigh in on the future look of 6th Street.
Hey!
Yeah, that we are supposedly no longer supposed to call Dirty Six, but that is the area of 6th Street that we're talking about.
Dirty. I don't care how much they clean it. Sorry, continue.
Listen, exactly.
In progress.
In progress. The city of Austin is conducting a survey to see which of the 3 designs Austinites like the best. And it's all part of the city's long-term plan to redesign 6th Street and improve mobility and safety for visitors in the area. Eva Ruth, you know about this. What is going on?
Yeah, so they're trying to move on to this next phase. It's been a bit of an evolution from the little barricades on the side to then we had like water-filled barricades, and then now there are concrete ones there that have been painted. Yeah, now they're trying to figure out the permanent design. And so it's all about optimizing space for pedestrians, curb access, bikeways, and more. And the 3 different designs just have different, like they just move the bike lanes on one side, or, they have parking on one side. I think they're trying to factor in all the different uses, which is great.
I mean, one has bike lanes on both sides, one has a bike lane only on one side, and then one has no bike lanes.
Yeah, those are the big differences. 2 of them have a parking lane too, which, I mean, I think there have been some concerns about access to those bars and restaurants, music venues, everybody needing to load and unload their stuff. And also like getting in and out of ride shares around there is a little tricky right now. Like there's not a safe place to really stop on 6th Street.
This is the stupidest shit.
I mean, it seems like a big evolution. Like, I don't know why we needed these different steps, with the different kinds of barriers. Why not just like wait till they have this design figured out and then do it? I don't know.
I agree with that. Yeah.
And first of all, you keep saying that you're not going to get rid of the bars. You keep saying you're not going to get rid of the nightlife, but you're making it virtually impossible for people who work that nightlife or deliver, we're talking about delivering food, booze, ice, like all of the things. Where are they going to do that? You have bars on both sides of the street. And so you should have like drop off or loading zones on both sides of the street. Yes. You need that. It doesn't make sense to have loading zones only on one side of the street. So what they gonna do? They gonna unload, walk down to the crosswalk, cross the walk, go all the way. What are you doing? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And I misspoke. I said that they were parking lanes, but they're not supposed to be parking spots. It's just for this in and out kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Who all's biking down there? Do we need 2 bike lanes? Like, is there?
No,
I know they're
it's not
maybe
2 ways
one.
of traffic.
Yeah.
It's not 2 ways of traffic. You don't need 2 biking lanes.
It just seems like they're overdoing it. Like
it's too much.
I also just I understand like the focus on 6th Street. Like it's historic. It's a very well-known entertainment district in the city. But like, don't we have other stuff to do? I don't know.
We have a lot of other stuff to do. And also, not for nothing, you say you don't want this to be a street that you only walk on, but you're like narrowing this down to 2 lanes of traffic only and widening the sidewalk and then putting a bike lane on top of that. Just making the street you can walk down. This doesn't make sense.
Right, that's true, because the whole thing was about like having people not congregate all over the closed street. Exactly. So if you just have a huge sidewalk, are they not going to congregate there?
This is what I'm saying. The traffic is already terrible. I
think police have said so far, I don't think they've released like a whole big report on it, but the statements that they have made is that like things have gotten safer there. You know, Chief Lisa Davis came in, fresh pair of eyes, was like,
Sure.
What the hell are we doing here? Why is this a party every Friday night,
because
Saturday
it
night?
is. Chief Lisa Davis, get out our business. It is.
I also just why do we need this for 6th Street? Maybe I'm becoming very anti this project as we're discussing this.
Right.
6th Street was fine to me. I don't know. You can add cars to it, whatever. They already did that. But why do we need to do all this other mishigas? I don't understand.
Yeah, it seems like the evolution of it has been a lot. And I would imagine this is all costing money, from the designs to the concrete, the different things that they've been adding. But yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm watching delivery people struggle bus it, trying to deliver all of the things that they have to deliver because of this new project of Old Six. Bruh, do you care about businesses or don't you? Or are you trying to systematically push out and make it more and more difficult for the bars on the street? Because that's what it looks like to me. It looks like you want to turn it into some sanitized bullshit. That's just my
So Nikki's
opinion.
on team design 3 with the no bike scoot lanes.
Okay, listen, don't be acting like I don't think bikers should be.
This just in. Nikki hates bikers. Put that on your bingo card.
Oh my God, Kelsey.
Yeah, somebody's going to get doored in that situation is all I'm going to say. If there isn't a safe bike lane, there will be doorings happening.
If gun to head, I had to choose one of them. Like if it was like, look.
Serious. Very serious.
Well, because that's the only way I would choose one of these, because they're all 3 are terrible. If I had to choose, I'm sorry, bikers, I would choose design 3 because people need to load and unload their stuff. Like, period. People need to load their stuff. Also, why is your ass biking down 6th Street? What are you doing?
The only thing I can think of is the pedicabs, which I do appreciate the pedicabs.
Oh.
They do a lot of work here in town.
Listen.
Yeah, I do design 2 with the 1 bike lane.
You would do 1 bike lane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay. Well, vote, people. It's very important.
You can vote till October 19th. SpeakUpAustin.org.
Yeah, but y'all for real, go vote. At least go look at the photos and laugh like I did. But,
yeah,
they're offering you a choice. So let's take them up on it. This week, another thing that happened is we saw the official start of fall. We are technically in fall. And evidently, it's finally starting to feel like it, right, Kelsey?
Yes.
Right, Kelsey?
I love talking about the weather. I'm in charge. Okay, so a cold front, technically, nobody yell at me, a cold front moved into the area on Wednesday. And I know It's not actually cold outside yet, but we are seeing temperatures fall a bit. So on Tuesday, the Austin area hit a high of, drumroll please, 101 degrees.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. And then it's very rude. I can tell you why in a second. And then on Wednesday, the high was 91 degrees, according to the National Weather Service. And I know 91 degrees is still very hot, but that's a product of a cold front coming in.
Quite a drop.
It's starting to pull temperatures down. So, like, for example, this weekend, low temperatures are going to be in the 60s, like the real 60s, not 69. They're going to be like 65, 64 degrees. And high temperatures will stay below the triple digits, and they'll peak at 93 degrees on Saturday, according to forecasters, which I think we should take what we can get.
Wow. It's going to be down to 93 this weekend. Get your sweaters.
Yes. But we should take what we can get because fall in Austin is expected to be warmer and drier than normal because we're in a La Nina pattern, which if you can let me be a little weather nerd for a second, a La Nina happens when the eastern Pacific Ocean near the equator cools, and that brings warmer and drier conditions across the southern U.S., which includes us, obviously. So I think we should just really relish our low temperatures in the 60s and be happy with it and maybe say a little prayer to the weather gods. It's starting.
I am mad. I am tired of being hot. I am grumpy. I don't like it. My core, I feel like I cannot cool the F down anymore. And I am
literally
getting so tired of it. And I know whatever, yes, thankfully it'll be down to 93. That's so wonderful. But like the humidity also, because we had this tease of rain this week that was supposed to come. So it's just like been all this humid air and it's just felt oppressive. And I can't, I'm sorry. I don't know if other people are angry, but I'm just like, I'm over it. The only thing that's sort of making me laugh about it is Avery Tomasco, who's my personal favorite meteorologist in town.
Okay, rude. I'm sitting right here.
Okay, Kelsey, I'm sorry. Oh,
she just said she was our weather forecaster. She just said it, Avery.
Second favorite in town, Avery Tomasco. First is Kelsey Bradshaw, obviously. Is pissing Kelsey off on your bingo card today. Check.
Yeah, there you go.
But Avery says it will not rain again in September or in the beginning of October. And it's like intensifying flash drought conditions, which sounds really bad. I'm quoting his Facebook right now. It's a very official way of him giving us the news. He says, our one saving grace is very healthy lake levels following the July floods. But listen, while it's great to have all that money in the bank, we are currently unemployed and need to make that money last for as long as possible.
Yeah, because it's going to be warm and dry for a long time, for all of fall and into winter. The La Nina is supposed to last into winter.
Awesome.
Yeah. Y'all, I think that what happens is we forget that in general, we only get about a smooth 3 weeks of fall. We just do like that. We I know that we love to think we have a fall. We do not.
No.
We go from like hot to less hot to not as hot to fall to winter. Like
to winter.
It's
there's no light jacket. There's no need for that.
We have all lived in Texas our entire lives. And every single year I'm like, what is this? Why is summer last? Like, I can't believe it. Every year.
Because it's the endurance. Once you get to September, you're like, okay, we've done all of the hot things that we wanted to do. My bucket list is over.
Yeah.
Maybe we're getting some nice like evening patio weather is what we can look forward to.
Ooh, I like a good evening patio.
Yeah.
Well then, so then what y'all doing this weekend?
Ooh.
I have a good one.
I want to hear it.
I'm going to First Light's block party. Which just the term block party gets me excited. I love a block party. So on Saturday, they're turning their parking lot into a party. And it's going to be from noon to 9 p.m. And it's their second annual block party. They're going to have music, readings, drinks, bites, all kinds of stuff. And I'm like really excited about the food. There's going to be Bad Larry Burger Club, Z's Wiener System, Austin Oyster Coast, Sister Snow Shack, and St. Elmo Brewing Company. And then they're going to have like a lot of live music. They're going to have a brass band, a band called Yes Ma'am Brass Band.
Yes Ma'am Brass Band is great. They
I
are
believe
great.
one time Nikki said that you mentioned brass band and she magically appears, so she'll be there.
Listen, I'm just going to snap my fingers and I'm going to be like, hey, y'all, I'm just popping in for the brass band.
With a cute little umbrella for you dancing.
But I just like really like First Light's community neighborhood vibe. And I don't live anywhere near First Light. That is not my neighborhood. But I feel like that'll be fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
Sounds fun. That
does sound fun.
I'm also getting a haircut, so stay tuned.
Ooh.
Look at that.
A little trim.
Seasonal change.
Yeah.
Little trimmy trim.
Yeah.
What about you, Ruth?
Well, I really want to go check this out. It's called Waterwork is coming this weekend to the facade of the Seahome power plant. It's an art and light and motion presentation on the side of the Seahome intake facility. They'll have a few different viewing spots in Auditorium Shores, like on the park. And then also the Pfluger pedestrian bridge will have a really good view of it. But then the other thing you can do is actually be on the water and watch it. So you can watch from like a paddleboard or a canoe or a kayak on Lady Bird Lake. And so it'll be on Friday and Saturday nights. The display starts at around 8:30 at dusk. And they have 15 different local Austin artists that are involved in the art that will be like basically projected onto the side of the building. So
Nice.
Yeah, it sounds really cool. And I'm going to take advantage of that chilly weather we're going to have and get outside on the water.
Yeah,
That's
pack
awesome.
a sweater, pack a beanie.
Yeah, pack a sweater, maybe some hot cocoa.
Pumpkin spice latte.
What are you doing?
I thought for sure that you would be going to see that band whose name I would pronounce wrong. Haim?
Oh, Haim. Oh, yes, I am. That's true. That
Nikki
is happening.
She said, hey, Miss Cummins.
Haim is coming.
I'm going to be wishing them a Lashana Tova from the cheap seats.
Oh, yeah,
at the Moody.
They are our Jewish girls. Are you going for real, Avery?
Yeah, actually, for real, we are going to,
To Haim. They're very nice. They're very fall. They have a fall vibe.
Look at
They
that.
are fall.
Maybe
They are
they'll
fall.
usher in the vibes.
Yeah.
So if I was in Austin, this is what I would be doing. So tonight, Central Machine Works is doing the next stage. They're having a bunch of live music on different days, and all of it's benefiting the Central Texas Food Bank. So tonight at 6:30, Black Joe Lewis is going to be playing at Central Machine Works for free.
Nice.
I don't know
Wow.
if you've, I don't know if you've ever heard Black Joe Lewis, anybody that's listening, but it's worth your time. I'm just saying.
We were at Central Machine Works for our member event with our
yeah.
CityCast Austin neighbors this
What's
week.
up,
to sup-
neighbors?
Hey, we love y'all.
We love you.
And we were there celebrating Ham Day, supporting Ham, and their outside stage is really nice. It's
Yeah, they fixed it all up.
huge.
Yeah, they changed it all.
It's really, really nice. A lot of
There's
shade.
like a lot of shade, tons of tables. I mean,
I can't wait to sing on that stage.
Yeah, it's
I
a
know.
good one.
Yeah. I'm glad that they changed it. It's a cool stage. So tomorrow, y'all know how much I love Cumbia. Cumbiatron is putting on the Cumbia Rave at 9 p.m. at Emo's. And I don't know what that is, but it sounds incredible.
That sounds awesome.
It sounds awesome. Cumbiatron is a series of cumbia shows and raves and dance parties held around the country. And so they go all around the country and have cumbia raves. Somebody has to go and tell me what it's like because I'm low-key kind of sad that I'm missing it.
Nice.
And then, of course, Bangers is finishing up their 14th annual Oktoberfest. That's another thing. If you've never been to Bangers Oktoberfest, it's actually kind of fun. Especially for it to be on rainy, it's a good time. And they have all of this outside space. And so, you get into, since y'all are going to have that much cooler weather, you can go and be out on the patio at Bangers. Also, Saturday night, Drag Me to the Tavern at Tiny Minotaur, of course. I love Drag Me to the Tavern. And then on Sunday, Big Flood, Bigger Community Benefit Show that Bridget Bandit is putting on from 4 o'clock to 10 p.m. Sunday. And it's just drag all day, benefiting the flood. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Y'all got a lot of good recommendations of what to get into this weekend with this wonderful, fantastic weather that y'all I don't know why I'm laughing about it.
It's funny.
Kelsey's going to wear her CityCast Austin sweatshirt all weekend long.
I am. I got to layer up.
Yeah, I mean, listen, get your hair cut, put your little scarf on, get you some hot cocoa. So before we go, I wanted to bring this up because we had a membership event and it was awesome. And I just want to talk to you guys about how awesome we think our neighbors are. Actually, we love all of our listeners. And
so true.
We love that you check in with us. We love to hear from you. We love that you listen to us because the local news and conversations are really important. And when you engage with us, when you become a neighbor, it shows us that it matters to you just as much as it matters to us. You know what I mean? I love that we get to keep talking about our city. We get to keep bringing you this news every single Friday. It's kind of the highlight of my week, honestly. And we want to keep doing it.
I'm
hoping y'all love it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That's on my bingo card.
That's on my bingo card.
Y'all took too long to answer.
Sorry, I was just so wrapped up. You were saying such nice stuff.
Oh,
but we love you guys.
It is fun to hear from people about what they're getting out of it. We had some great conversations with our neighbors this week at our get together about what they're looking for in Austin, kind of how they're building community in different ways, and some ideas of what we can do to help build community as well.
Yeah. And listen, my favorite thing is when I run into people and they're like, oh, I heard this episode. You guys should have done this. Or I love this. Or what about this? Have you ever thought about that? I live for that shit. I love to hear from you. I love it. And so if you like what we're doing and you want to keep hearing more, just support us, become a neighbor. And, we can kick it and hang out. You can listen to us all the time, anytime you want, ad free.
That's right.
Just go to membership.citycast.fm and you can get all the information about how you can become a neighbor if you're into that kind of thing.
Woohoo!
On another note, that's all for today. So thank you, Kelsey. Kelsey, Ebru, thank y'all for, rounding up the news with me this week. I really appreciate it.
Anytime.
As usual.
So fun. Have a good weekend, everyone.
TTYL.
Aw, TTYL.
That's all for today here on CityCast Austin. Our executive producer is Eva Ruth Morvek. Our producers this week are Zoe Culkin. What's up, Zoe? PJ Shahamat and Alyssa Castles. And I'm your host, Nikki Devon. Our Hey Austin newsletter editor is Kelsey Bradshaw. Music is by Nelson Valente Aguilar of Como Las Movies, with additional music by All the Kimonos and Hip Color, DP, Speedometer, and 747 from Triple Scoop Music via Getty Images. Now, if you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend, rate the show, leave us a review. Of course, subscribe to our Hey Austin newsletter. And don't forget, go to membership.citycast.fm and really support us by becoming a neighbor. We'll be back Monday morning with more news from around the city. Bye, y'all.